Hey guys, I just thought I'd share a little time while I'm having a gigantic cup of tea. I love this cup. It is huge. I have two of them, and it has a giant saucer to match. And since I love tea, this seemed like an appropriate teacup. And there's a red teapot that matches, but it's not massive. It's just like a normal teapot size. So, yeah. So I wanted to share this thing that we are all kind of amazed by because we have never seen it before. It is a cucumber that looks like this. It looks more like some kind of gourd or something, but it's a cucumber. This one's overgrown and yellow. They're supposed to be like smaller and you pick them when they're green and little and tender. This is a big one. I have a whole bag of them over there. These came from my grandmother-in-law's house because they have a big garden in the back, which is something that makes me happy because it's something that I'm kind of accustomed to. And I went over there to help pick some green beans because they have a bunch of green beans, and she had all these, and most of them are already this size. She doesn't have any new ones that are small, and she was kind of bemoaning that she wasn't staying on top of things and getting them while they were small. And she was just going to let these rot on the vine. And I was like, no, don't do that. Because there's this thing called apple rings. Oh, shoot. I'm going to go get some and show you what they look like. So these are apple rings. They're actually made out of cucumbers. They're not made out of apples. I think the original recipe was apples. You can kind of see one of the rings there. But you essentially just cut them into rings. You cut the seeds out of the middle, which gives them the ring shape. And then you cook them for 3 days in Red Hots. And they're kind of just a cinnamon pickle type thing. So I really like these. These are actually my mom's. She gave me these because she sent me just some canned goods from home to kind of make it feel more like home. So the plan is to try to make those with these, which those are made with regular cucumbers, not these crazy apple-shaped cucumbers. So I'm going to make apple rings with apple-shaped cucumbers. They're kind of odd. We had a couple little ones that we tried, like we cut it open, and it just looked like a cucumber inside, but it was a ball, so it was just interesting. It had the same flavor, same texture. The skin was a little bit tougher, but it pretty much the same thing. So I'm gonna see if I can make apple rings with it. And I just dropped something in my tea. Probably fell off the cucumber. Ah, it's like a massive tea bowl. It's great. Let's see what else. Oh. So I went to Meijer on Monday, and at Meijer and at Kroger, they have a little thing next to the checkout. When you check out, sometimes it will spit out a coupon, like next to your receipt, you get a coupon. And the only thing that I purchased at Meijer was 2 gallons of water. It's just water refills. They have a refill machine in the back, and I bring my own jug and fill it up with water, and it's like 40 cents or something for a gallon of water. And that's usually what I do because it's $1 if you want to buy the jug and the water, so I might as well just bring back the jug, right? So I spent a total of like 78 cents or something at Meijer buying water. And I won the coupon lottery. I don't know if it was just the machine was messed up. I know several of them were already hanging there, like previous people just didn't take their coupons. But I have, like, so many coupons, like all these coupons, that some of them are really good coupons. It's like $20 off your next purchase, regardless of what your next purchase is, or like free eggs. There's free chips. There's free fruit. What's this one? This one's save $1 on fruit. Oh, 20% off your next school supply purchase. Well, I don't need school supplies, but I do like markers, so I might go buy a marker. I have 2 coupons for free chips. And 2 $20 off. And this is the coupon for eggs. Like, just gobs and gobs of coupons. I don't even know what to do with all these because I've never gotten this many before. So this is fun crazy, like good crazy. And I didn't really know what to do when it just started spitting out a million coupons because I spent 78 cents. And so I was just sitting there looking at all these coupons because I did the self-checkout. And so I was trying to like gather up all the coupons like off the floor and like collect all of them as they were coming out of the machine. I'm pretty sure I entertained a couple people, but I was like, I don't know what to do. There's somebody just sitting on the street in their car. And I don't know why, because that's a busy street, so that's not a good street to just take up the road on. Distracted? Okay. Oh. I'm drinking Lady Grey tea. It's my very favorite tea of teas. So I've already got my supper started in the oven, which is good because I have been a lazy bum today, but whenever I finally did roll out of bed, I was like, okay, I'm going to get stuff done today. So I do plan on trying to get all these cucumbers peeled and sliced today. I've got my supper in the oven, which is, I have beef in the oven, but we're not just having like beef for supper. I'm going to make like fancy ramen. We like ramen, okay? We're like 2 young people who don't have a lot of money, so ramen it is, and we like it. But I've been experimenting with like making things with ramen besides just the cheap packet ramen. So the noodles are the same, but there's actual nutritional value added. So I've got beef in the oven. I'm gonna be cooking that off till tonight, and I'm really hopeful that it'll be ready by then. It's like a thin cut, so it should be fine. And I'm gonna do fancy ramen, and I'm gonna make like nice thick broth, and I'm gonna have eggs in it, and I'm gonna have vegetables in it. I'm thinking about, whenever I go to the store to get the Red Hots for these things, I'm thinking about trying to see if I can find like some bean sprouts and stuff, because like I'm trying to find vegetables that my husband will eat. And he doesn't eat a lot. He eats corn, but he doesn't eat corn on the cob. It's because I have fresh corn on the cob, like from the garden, corn on the cob, and not interesting, he eats tomatoes and cucumbers. He loves tomatoes and cucumbers. But he only sometimes likes bell peppers, and I love bell peppers, as long as they're not the green ones, because to me the green ones just taste like grass. And I don't really like eating grass. But there's some other things that I'm like, maybe I should just try some more interesting veggies and maybe he'll like them. But bean sprouts seems like the proper thing to be putting in ramen. Maybe. Just seems like it might be a good idea. But yeah, it's going to be kind of a busy day, but it's a good busy, and I knew I needed to start off with a cup of tea to really get me going, because I was still just kind of like, oh, ho, hum. I guess I'm going to get stuff done today, but it wasn't really. So, stuff is happening. And I'll try to let you guys know whether or not this whole experiment with the apple rings works out, because I've never actually made these by myself. And I mean, 3 days is a long time to make something, and I need to buy canning jars because I don't have any to can these, because I need to do just something with them, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to freeze, so I gotta can them. So that's going to be a big experiment, and I'll let you guys know how that turns out. So, yes, thank you for having tea with me.